How's it going, Space Sports? Svethlane here. We got another tasty game for you today. This is Legionbound, described as a casual RPG Autobattler about recruiting large numbers of heroes, discovering class synergies, and battling through large amounts of enemies on roguelike runs. Very, very fun game. It can be purchased right now if you want to on Steam for a measly $8 US. They also have a free demo you can check out, and today we're going to dive into Legionbound, do one, maybe two runs for you to show you what it's all about, and then hopefully you can make a decision whether you think this game is fun for you or not. Now, one thing about Legionbound is, as I mentioned, it has an extremely large party size, up to 50 heroes at the same time, and in the Steam description, it says it's a far call from perfecting my four-person party, more like assembling a traveling fantasy pile of poor decisions. And in my experience so far, that has been pretty much exactly what this game feels like. You never know if you're doing the right thing, but it is extremely fun and extremely addicting. And you can see here already from the meta progression, there's a lot of replayability in this game. I've done, I think, 4 runs already. This is how far I've gotten, so it does move pretty quickly, but some of these later nodes here require quite a bit of money. So let's hop right in and try out a run and see what you think, guys. I hope you've been doing well. It's been a while since I made an actual video in my normal style, and you know, I'm always trying to improve things. So tonight we're trying something fresh. I'm recording at midnight while I'm half asleep. This isn't the first time I've recorded while I'm half asleep, but it is the first time I've done it at midnight. And you can see down here, well, you can see all over the place, we have many different biomes to explore. Look at all these different levels that you can get to. I've only gotten as far as Dusty Canyon, mostly because I've been trying out different game modes, different combinations of heroes in the deep woods. I haven't even finished the deep woods. You can see the quests here. There's up to 100 waves in each level, and I think when I beat wave 100, I'll unlock the next difficulty mod, but I haven't even gotten there yet. I'm not that good. So down here, you can select different people to be in your starting party. These are different classes of characters that you can pick, and there are quite a few of them. Let's count them here. There are 30 different classes here that you can pick from. I've unlocked just under half of them. A lot of them you can get the early ones from the skill tree, but a lot of them are also unlocks for progression. So this does bring a little bit of you earn what you unlock to your game. And you can see there are 3 still locked slots in our starting party. Originally, I think I only get these first 5, or maybe it's even 4, but we're gonna go ahead and set up a brand new party composition. I know a little bit about these guys, you may not, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop some dudes in here that I know will be good for our party comp. I think I'm gonna double up on clerics, or no, let's bring a druid in here. Cleric and druid, both really good healing classes, and self-sufficiency and healing, very important in this game. For 100 different waves, you do need quite a bit of healing. So there are 2 different game modes, battle and adventure. Battle is your standard wave-based mode. Adventure, as you can see, you build your party out over multiple battles. You bring your starting party, and then you acquire more heroes, items, and skills as you go, which is similar to what happens in battle, but this is a little bit more structured, and you can build a base that gives you passive bonuses. Wow, great timing there along the way. You get loot after every battle, and then you get more traditional roguelike style upgrades. Man, that played out perfectly for that commentary. Way to go, game. But we're going to try to check this out in this video. I am going to show you a standard run first, so let's get right into that without any further ado. Now, as I said, this is an auto battler, so before we get too crazy in here, you'll see all these different spots that we can drop our guys in. There's a front row and a back row. That functions pretty normally to how you would expect them to. Your front row heroes take more damage, and they are kind of the backbone of the team. Your back row are going to be your support characters, guys that are also dealing big damage, but you don't want them to be in the line of fire. And then you'll see when I go to move the druid around, we actually have a circle, an AoE that is going to be boosting. Yeah, allies in range suffer reduced debuff duration. Everybody also has their own abilities. They also have their own evolutions. They have their own names. If you want to get XCOM with it and name your own characters, you can do that. And man, you get in here. This is one of those games that if you want to get crazy with RPG statting things up, you can absolutely do that. But I play at a very surface level usually when I play these videos, and that's what we're going to do here. You mouse over things to pick them up. Skill gems are your meta currency, and let's get into it. I'm actually going to fast forward. This game does move a little bit slow at its own pace, so I like going a little bit faster than it allows. You'll see this higher bar up top filling up. This is where you can spend your gold on hiring more heroes or getting items for yourself, which are basically roguelike perks. So you'll see fine weapons here. All heroes gain 10% strength. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. I'm also going to grab another mercenary. I really like the mercenaries because the mercenaries get stronger the more gold that you have. And later on in the run, we're going to have a ridiculous amount of gold. So we're going to go ahead and pull them. When this bar fills up, that's going to refresh our shop, and we'll get all new heroes. We will get all new items to pick from. So let's go ahead and fast forward through these first few little waves until something interesting happens that we can actually talk about. You can see my maximum party size is already 45, and I think the biggest that you can get is 50. I've really dove into trying to max out our party size just because the idea of having 50 dudes on the map at once doing damage. I'm gonna pick Frost Knight, the Warden of Dragons. He is he's a guardian, and if we get a shield mage on the board, he's also going to get some synergy, which will allow me to evolve them later. Let's see, Hunter's Charge, marking things, strength heroes gain 5% extra XP. I think I'm gonna go with the Ranger and hire him, and let's hire the Brawler as well. I'm pretty happy with all these picks. Brawlers over here, we got some synergy there. Yeah, now we're doing some damage, and things start moving really quickly once you start filling out your party. And as your party passes away, or you can retire them, you can always swap people out. Even if your party's full, you can retire somebody and then bring somebody else in to fill that spot. And as we progress in these waves, we're also going to be getting higher leveled heroes available in the shop. So you can see now we have a shield mage. I'm going to go ahead and buy the shield mage because I have guys that will evolve if he is on the board. And I'm going to go ahead and get the healer's charm so that if we buff people like my druid can do, it's also going to heal them. Good stuff. This is one of those games that's all about building up gigantic chain reactions in your party to dish out massive combo damage to the enemies. And the very last, I would say like the last 35 waves, even of this first level, are really, really ridiculously difficult. And I don't quite know how to get past them yet. I don't know if it's something maybe I need to play on different biomes and try different things out there with like the Dusty Desert or whatever it's called, the Dusty Ravine. I don't remember exactly what the biome's called. I've been so laser focused on playing this first one because it's just fun. It's an ADHD wonderland. There's so many things happening at once, and I don't have personal responsibility to deal with any of them. It's my ideal environment. So you can see we're already getting a lot of money compared to the cost of things here. That's not going to be forever, but I'm going to go ahead and start maximizing what I can get out of here. So we're going to buy everything. We're going to buy everything available to us. Good deal. And it looks like one of our wizards already ready to level up into his next class, which is the Magus. So, or the Magus rather. My bad. People say that differently. I'm from the South. My wife was actually teasing me about how I say certain things the other day. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so you can see the synergy was learned from having a druid on the field. So this takes your wizard and basically modifies the skills with the druid. So it's going to change the way the wizard works. So if you have people in your party and you want to develop them a certain way, that's something good to think about as you go along. Now, I don't know all of these synergies yet. You have to figure them out on your own before the game will tell you about them. But this guy's pretty tough. He is very slow, but you can see his magic damage is 435. It's really good. So we're rocking and rolling here. Oh, let's unpause and continue on. My rogue was striking a pose there. Basically, every evolution is great. Every evolution has a lot of potential, and there's something even farther that we can do once we evolve several individuals. Now we've got our first boss here. This is the Spore Lord, which is what you call your local plug if you know them like that. And we've already had somebody die. Who died? I don't know who died. I don't know why our shield mage is out with his butt in the wind here. Let's go back to hiring things. The protector's skill. Yes, hidden dagger. I like this one. All heroes have a 5% chance to counter when attacked. Let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and get this cleric. And then we have Zalar, the Seeker of Bones. He sounds pretty cool as well. And another shield mage. Why not? Let's just buy them all. Let's rock and roll. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure everybody is joining in on the team here. We want everybody up in this cluster. Hello? Are you just vibing back there? Can I not move you? That's a little concerning. Won't let me move that guy. But anyways, we want everybody kind of clustered up here so that we can make use of these circles of... Oh, okay. They were coming on to the battle stage here. My bad. Yeah, we want to make use of the clusters of AoE buffs that we're dishing out to our own heroes. Now, there's not a lot I can do actively right now. You can get active skills. I'm sure you saw maybe a tome in the shop earlier that I didn't get, but you can get active skills that you can cast as the player. And this is a little quick for me to go down. I'm a little concerned about Spore Lord knocking out so many of my guys right now, but hopefully we'll take care of him. Good night. He's dealing some damage here, but he is almost done. One of the shield mages fell. A cleric fell, but the Spore Lord is cooked. He's done. And now we unlock a new item, an idol. You get the idols from beating bosses, obviously, and they unlock more major buffs for your party. They also give you a minor weakness. So all heroes gain plus 50% thorns, which is reflected damage, of course, if you're familiar. Strength of magic reduced by 10%. Not terrible. That means half of all damage we're dealt is going to be dealt back to the enemy. Your highest strength hero gains 50% damage and 50% defense. All other heroes lose 30% strength. Very interesting. Heroes' physical attacks inflict poison, but all heroes become weak to poison as well. I'm going to go with the thorns. I think that's a 50% of the damage received is a pretty good turnover for 10% less damage dealt. Okay, so let's go ahead and check and see what we got. Increase action gauge by 1%. So this game does function on sort of a Final Fantasy-ish active cooldown system. So they attack when their bar fills up. Let's go ahead and grab that. I am going to grab this duelist because he does have synergy with some of my other... I don't know who it is. I think it might be the brawler maybe, or the rogue. I forget. But we're going to pick all of these guys, actually. Let's just max out our party. You know, as the game says in the Steam page, it's a big pile of mistakes is basically who we're recruiting. They're here. They're cannon fodder. Everything in this game is cannon fodder, actually. And we're just going and doing the best we can. Let's bump up our bulwark here. He was a guardian. Now he's a bulwark. And the bulwark takes his abilities from the shield mage, so he's going to get a little bit more magic defense than he would have otherwise, I believe. And yeah, I haven't really gone into what all the changes do when you evolve, but they do change all of your abilities slightly. But you can see Once you get to the point that I'm even at, this is wave 28 out of 100. Once you get to this point, there's so much going on that paying attention to each and every individual in your party is a little impossible. Learning what things do, you're gonna have to do that on the fly over time in larger swaths instead of sitting down and, you know, looking at each individual guy. I keep acting like I'm picking things, and I'm really like, I can't afford to just sit and pick things right now. The only thing that not taking everything in the shop is doing for me right now is making my 2 mercenaries stronger. And I already have a decent amount of money. Now you can see a good way to see what the mercenaries are doing, or how well they're doing it rather, is checking out their dexterity, because the dexterity is increased by the money motivation. You can see here in the stat readout. So this guy is a 1.7k dex, which is how he deals damage. Now, if we go over to our wizard, a very high magic damage dealing class, you can see that his magic, is 782. Now he is getting debuffed from the idol that we have, but you can see the mercenary is over double what the wizard is in his main damage dealing stats. So having money pays off for the mercs. I think it would be really cool to do a merc only party and just get a buttload of money, which you would have because you're not going to be buying every hero that comes along. With so much stuff going on the screen, it's just, you kind of go with the flow, right? This isn't even max speed that the game can go. You just got to go with the flow here, and man, is it fun. It is so much fun, and you can see it's very interesting to have an RPG like this where things happen in large swaths. Once again, I'm not looking at each individual hero, but not only are my stats and my knowledge measured in wide swaths, but the gameplay itself, like, you just get a vibe for how well you're doing, because there's no way that you can sit down and figure it out on your own. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's grab another brawler. I think the brawler is good. We'll do the hires here. Let's go ahead and hire these guys. I think let's go ahead and pull the hooded garb. Let's pull both of these right now, and that'll give me at least a little bit more XP rather. That'll help me through the mid game. I'm actually going to pull one of my shield wall, or my mage shields, back in the back line, and you can do that. There aren't specific heroes that have to go in specific place. If you want to put all your range guys up front and let them get massacred, that's absolutely fine. Put your tank in the back. Who's telling you what to do? Not me. So we're getting up towards wave 50, where we're going to have another gigantic skill check with the second boss. Now, I've been stacking druids. I've been stacking clerics as best I can. Evolving wizards. I don't know if the wizard, the magus here, I don't know if he actually... He's still very much a damage guy. He's not a healing guy. So really, the clerics and the druids are keeping my party alive, and I hope that they're going to be able to do their job when this second boss shows up. It's very interesting. When I haven't sat down and done a high-powered video in a long time, the last video I did was about Anvil of Dawn, a very long video, the start of a potential Let's Play on the channel. So if you guys haven't checked out my Anvil of Dawn video, please consider doing so. I'm going to throw my firebomb. Yeah, that took a good chunk out of the boss's health. He is taking some heavy L's right now. I might be better off for this than I thought I was. Good deal. But if you haven't checked out the Anvil of Dawn video, please do so. And if you're enjoying this video, consider dropping a like and subscribing to the Spaceport for more fun RPG content, because that's what I enjoy making. All right, we're going to pull another druid. Get the swashbuckler out here. Okay, boss is down. Good deal. So I picked the Idol of Glass on my last run, and that did not work out very well for me. So I'm not going to take that again. Heroes deal 25% increased magic damage, but deal 15% less physical damage. Or I can just learn Lightning Storm. You know, let's take Lightning Storm. What the heck? I've never used Lightning Storm. Enemies are periodically thunderbolted. Let's try it out. Ooh, there's an AoE for it. Maybe we wait for something a little bit stronger. Oh, and down here, we've had the Ascension bar forming this whole time. So now it's time to show you guys how the Ascension works. And I love this system. So we're going to pick 2 evolved heroes, okay? We're going to pick 2 guys, and we are going to quite literally smush them together into a 3rd new guy. So let's take the Bulwark here. He's got some good defense, and let's create, ooh, maybe we should create a super tank. I don't know what happens when you put 2 of the same guy on here. I'm not sure what happens there. You know what? Let's take Cadras Bearer of Frost. So we're gonna make an Assassin Bulwark here. And he looks badass, as you do. A Steelward Cutthroat, Archon Ryan. Nice job, Ryan. All right, so let's pause for a minute and check out Ryan. A Steelward Cutthroat. So more likely to be targeted. So he is going to be an aggro pool tank. His defense is really good. Bulwark Flurry stabs one enemy and taunts them, also increasing your defense performability twice. Very cool. So that's literally taking their primary ability from each guy and putting it together. And then the same thing for here. So it's quite literally a smush together, but you can see that this guy's stats, 23.7k health versus 14.8, is considerably better than what he's more than the sum of his parts. Let's say that. Let's lightning bolt these guys. Golly, there it goes again, and we're just rolling in the money right now. Our mercenaries have got to be licking their chops at the prospect of success here, and I'm gonna buy another one just based off of that. Heck yeah. Oh, and check this out. Now we have an actual Bulwark in the shop. So we have an evolved hero in the shop. Very interesting. I love knowing that every time I get coins, my mercenaries are getting even more powerful. I would love a way to like boost the healing amount that we get. I think my team's doing great. Most of these guys are at full health. So nothing too terrible is happening to me yet. Let's see who we got in here. Iron Collar, the Scourge of the Stars. I do like that. Okay, Boots of Speed. I'm going to go ahead and pull that just so everybody attacks faster. We'll see what kind of money we get out of these guys. I'm going to start slowing down purchases. I will prefer to get heroes if I can, but we're going to see how successful I am at that because things are going to start getting a little hairy here. Wave 60 is normally a choke point for me where things get considerably harder in battle mode. But we seem to be doing really well. There's so many shield mages. There's so many buffs happening right here. Everybody is just buffed to the max over on my side of the battlefield. So hopefully things work out well. Speaking of, let's buy another shield mage. Let's buy another ranger. Guardian, I think I've got enough guardians right now. Wave 62. You can tell we're starting to slow down a little bit on how fast we're taking out these waves. I'm having to use my magic more and more to speed things up. I guess I don't have to. I think my guys can handle it, but it is slowing down a little bit. These guys are just getting so tanky at this point that it starts becoming more of a chore to deal with them. So let's go ahead and max out our speed here so that we can rip through these waves a little bit faster. I don't see any yellow health bar. Oh, there's a yellow health bar. Yeah. So we are starting to take a little bit of attrition here. We're getting so many skill gems for our meta progression. That stuff just speeds along in these early meta progression stages, which is great. I don't feel like I have to do 3 or 4 runs in the roguelike to make meaningful progression in the meta. And I think the more things that I do, the higher level I do, I'm probably going to get more skill points. That is going to keep the momentum up for me later in the skill tree as well. So, and we are on wave 69, so I am almost to where I was last time. It's looking pretty good for us as well. Normally about half of your team will slowly deteriorate in the later waves, and then the second half of your team gets obliterated, which is nice. It's not like a painful, the first half is painful. You can start feeling yourself clawing for survival, but once that gets ripped from your hands, you just kind of know it's over. You can commend your team's spirit to the ether and let it rip. We're starting to take some major damage over here. Hopefully we can dish it back out. Oh no. Okay, people are starting to die. Look, here it goes again. Throw the firebomb. I should have done this earlier. Can we clear them out? We can. We can. We can. Okay, good. So once this refreshes, see, we've already lost 9 heroes, but we have passed on to the next level. Please refresh my heroes. Okay, please give me somebody that can heal. Druid, good. Oh, and it looks like our costs have gone down as well. That's very interesting. Actually, I'm gonna pause and make sure everybody's like grouped up here. I wanna make sure everybody has good representation, good buffs. Everybody is buff maxing. All right, let's resume. I'm getting a little tense. There's not a whole lot I can do. I'm running out of options unless I get my spell power back. So I guess I got to kind of go with the flow. Don't stress about it too much, Sveth. Just let nature take its course. We're almost to the 3rd boss. I'm in uncharted territory right now. Just keep picking up that gold, baby. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. We reorganized the team. They're backing each other up now. Okay, now here we go. Who is this? Goblin. There's a whole goblin party. There's a skirmisher, shaman, and a king. So let's try to nuke all of these guys at one time with our lightning. And our heroes refreshed. I'm getting them all. Ooh, what is this? I do like that. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna take another rogue, and I'm gonna take I'm gonna take a guardian here. Let's go back to normal speed. I realize that I say that really weird, and it's because every time I say normal something in my mind, I think about that stupid recording that somebody did where they pretended to be the Joker calling Little Caesars. I go, Little Caesars? I would like 5 orders of normal bread, please. It's fine. That's why you stick around for me. The bad jokes. We're going to do it. I'm going to take 2 wizards and put them together. We're going to make... Oh, it won't let me. I can't do 2 of the same guys. Okay, so what about rogue or assassin plus brawler? This guy's going to be nuts. The shadow contender. What a name. What a silly name. It would be really nice if we could direct our attacks towards specific entities, because I feel like some of these bosses, like there's a shaman here. Shaman might have heals. I don't know. Is he healing them? I'm not really paying attention to that, but... And this is going to be a hard fought battle. And I don't know that... Oh my gosh. That bulwark just took it to the chin, guys. What happened there? There's large amounts of damage being dealt on both sides of the battlefield, and I'm not sure what's causing it or who. Good night! We almost murdered him. Oh, there we go. Man, we're beating them down. I don't know who's doing it, but good Lord, we're making it happen. Heroes are refreshed. Let's see who we got. Ring of Criticals. I like the Duelist. I'm going to take the Duelist, and I'm going to take the Assassin, and we're going to take the Druid. And that's fine. Critical damage it would be nice, but okay, Shaman's down. We got this in the bag now, baby. Is there any way I can check my overall stats? It would be really nice. No, this is just individual guy stats. Okay. We'll see those stats at the end of the run, I suppose. That's how it normally works. I just don't know if there's a way to see it now. It would be cool to see who's doing the most damage. Come on, let's get that Goblin King out of here. Goblin Skirmisher is down. Goblin King is not long for this world. And he's out of here. Oh my gosh, we are further than I have ever been. Can we clinch the win here? Let's take a look at our idols. Heroes deal 20% damage to debuffed enemies, but 20% less to non-debuffed. Enemies gain fear after attacking, but have a chance to ignore other debuffs. Okay, for each ascended hero you have, non-ascended heroes take 5% less damage. This has no downside. So obviously, that's a no-brainer right there. Automatic 10% across the board damage reduction sounds great to me. I like those odds. I would not be surprised if I didn't have to do another round of meta progression to get past this. Yeah, there's one that went down right there, so I'm going to pull another cleric here. The problem is that once guys start dying off, it's really hard to replace them because these guys do function a little bit like XCOM in that you build them up, they get good stuff over time, and losing one of them is pretty catastrophic in the wrong situations. So if they make a sequel to this game, if it does well, once again, available for $10 or less on the Steam store right now, absolutely worth that. This is just level 1, guys. Difficulty 1, level 1. If they make a sequel, the no-brainer change is just to make it 10 times as big. Make every number 10 times as big. Let me have 500 guys in my party. Let them have thousands of enemies on the screen. I love it. We did get an achievement, spend 1 million coins. Congratulations on being a brokey. All right, let's go ahead and try to, I don't know if we're gonna make it, guys. We're bleeding heroes, but I believe in the team. No, Archon! Our ascended hero passed away. Please, for the love of God, hang in there, guys. The power of friendship has got to keep us going. If nothing else, we gotta have the power of friendship at this point. At least I can pull some guys into buff territory, I guess. Probably gonna lose a lot of dudes. Yeah, we're bleeding a lot of guys here. This might be it. Yeah, we're just crumbling right now. This could be it. Most of our front line is falling apart. Ouch. But you can see the enemy team also taking damage over there. So it's kind of like, you know, just a numbers management too. We got some dudes healing the enemies. These little goblin shaman shitters over here are really getting on my nerves. Our other Archon is still alive, but he's even taking some damage. We lost our ascension bar as well. I guess that's because nobody's ascended now. We don't have enough. No, our Archon died. It's Jover. It is actually Jover on wave 87. Our gasping final breaths. We fight to the death until not a single one of us is left. And the higher price has gone way down, but the item price is still way up. Oh my God, it's a bloodbath on the battlefield. No, the mercenaries are the last ones remaining. Ghost Hunter Sword of the Forest was the final remaining hero of our adventuring team. Dead on wave 87. Good night. And there is a history of everybody who joined us. You can see some of these guys got out easy by ascending. But sadly, everybody else has passed away, and our most valuable hero was Walros the Swashbuckler with 50 kills and 127 assists. And there you have it, guys. Legionbound. I think I'm going to call it there. I think that was a really good demonstration of just how crazy this game can get, even on the first difficulty of the first level. And I'm going to invest my skill points, but you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the game, and if you want to see more RPG content. Don't forget to subscribe to the Spaceport. I stayed up until 1 a.m. to record this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. But until the next time I see you, do me a favor. Be kind to yourself, be kind to somebody else, and until that next time, I will talk to you guys later. See ya!